You're all right there, folks. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you as always. Hope you're all doing well. We have reached the semis in the next gen. Should be a quick one, this. We've only got 2 games, 2 of their best. If it's as easy as it looks, we really are in for a quick one. Before we get into them, like the video if you would. Subscribe if you're not. I'd appreciate it if you did. And if you want to support the channel, links in the pinned comments with the pics and the description. Right then. Right, we'll start from the top. Before we get into these, actually, the official pick for yesterday, for those that took it, you'll probably know. So we had Mickelson on the spread. We had Alex Mickelson. I had a -3.5. You could have taken him minus the 2.5. That was free money. He took that first set 4-1. Shang, it's a shame. That lad really was sick. He had to shake his hand in the second set. Yeah. It is such a shame, and I expected more from Shang. I imagine a lot of us did. He didn't turn up, did he? He didn't get a chance to turn up. Oh well. What can you do about that? I think it works well for us though. Mickelson looked fantastic in that first set, albeit Shang was a little bit out of himself, but nonetheless, he looked unreal. Played 20 minutes, a lot of rest. I imagine he beats Leonard Tien in this first game. He's 1.3 as a favourite here. I imagine we'll get a better price near the time. I really do. Got until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, UK time, that is. Leonard Tien, this is weird. I don't know how I feel about betting against him. I really don't. Apart from that João Fonseca game, he's played really, really well. I can't see him beating Alex Mickelson tomorrow. I really can't see him getting past Mickelson here. I'm not wrong in thinking Alex Mickelson is just better in pretty much every field of the game here. He may not be as quick as him, or as nimble, but I feel like shot making, everything that's going to make a difference here. It all falls with Mickelson, doesn't it? I feel like most people, you could safely say this tournament, this title is most definitely his to lose now. Looking at it on paper anyway. Me personally, I think we're set up for a Alex Mickelson and João Fonseca final, just going off the performances that we've seen. Leonard Tien, who thought he was going to beat Artifice today, be honest as well. I didn't think he was going to beat Artifice, although we did touch on the game. We didn't have anything official for it, but we did say Leonard Tien plus that 4.5 was the only way to go. Big spreads like that in a format like this, free money. Not only did he cover that spread, he beat him as well. He beat him 3-1. Was it 3-1? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3-1. Only faced 3 break points against Artifice, saved all 3 of them as well. 81% of the points on the first serve. That was booming today. Just under 50, 44% on the second. It was more than enough to just push Fils off that court. Now the spread's 2.5 here. I've just watched it go from 3.5 to 2.5 basically in a matter of a couple of hours. If you were forcing me to pick a side there, I don't think plus 2.5 is enough for Leonard Tien against Alex Mickelson. Now I could be wrong. This one's probably more for the Americans that follow the channel. What do you think happens in this one? So I'm just going off what I know. I don't know how he does it, but I think Mickelson makes it to the final. I really do. I was really shocked. Not really shocked, but I was surprised that Leonard Tien got past Artifice today. Everyone knows Artifice being the big favourite to take the title made it look relatively easy. Didn't really struggle at all. I had a game against Mensah, and Mensah's been, let's just say he's been the worst all week. I'm not going to say Xiang because Xiang hasn't been well. Mensuk's been the worst performance-wise all week. And yes, I just don't know. I just don't know. Because Artifice as well, like how much weight does the Artifice win? Because Artifice has only beat Jakob Mensuk as well, who, like I've just said, has been the worst. Joao Fonseca dealt with him, and Lena Tien's just dealt with him the same way, pretty much. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Like I've just said, I can see a bit of money coming in on Lena Tien overnight. I think we'll get a little bit of a better price with Alex Michelsen before the game. I don't know. That's just a guess. I'd have to take Alex Michelsen. Like I said, the price isn't the best. It's an okay parlay piece, but you could probably parlay it with the next game and get yourself plus money, however you take the next one. But food for thought. If anyone's got anything for that, please do let me know. But yeah, I'll be going with Alex Michelsen. I'd only be looking at Michelsen to get that one done. Like I said, he only played 20 minutes today. He looks shit hot as well. I think he's got more than enough to beat Lane at the end. That's just my opinion. And then the last one, before we get to the finals. Excuse me, before we get into this as well, I probably should have mentioned at the start of the video. I'm going to start doing videos for the Premier League, starting with the Boxing Day fixtures as well, so keep an eye out for that. If you don't watch football, you don't have to watch them, just I'll still obviously be doing the tennis videos all the time, but going to probably do one football or soccer, whatever you want. I'm not calling it soccer, I was just doing that for you. Probably one video on the footy, two at a push when the Champions League gets underway again, but yeah, it's still mainly going to be tennis, but just thought I'd let you know. Call it by popular demand. A few people have been asking. I've been saying for a while I'll be doing it as well, so probably should have started it earlier, but I feel like coming into the new year, what better time to start than now? Right then, it's enough of that shite. Got Joao Fonseca, Luca Van Asch, call it 1.6 for Fonseca. Like I said at the start, I think he wins. I didn't say that, I said I think he makes it to the final, which is pretty much the same stuff. It's late over here, I'm tired. Luca Van Asch, let's talk about him for a sec. Another little truth time for the boys once again. Who thought Luca Van Asch was going to beat Bas Ferretti today? Hey? Anyone? I didn't know. I did say it was a coin flip. I'm not too surprised, but I imagine all the Americans thought Nishesh was going to do him. I don't blame you. He's been looking really good. Luca Van Asch, I've said the same thing about him. Said the same thing all week. He's just been so solid. So solid crew. That reminds me, we had a floater, didn't we? We had Luca Van Asch as a floater. Now, for those that are new, the floaters aren't official. It's just really food for thought. The more really for you to feed back on. I've seen Van Asch for the under 2.5 double faults. I think, last time I checked, it was on 3, so it didn't come in, but it may be something I might look into in the future, maybe not. Doesn't matter. Like I said, the main one ended up getting void, money back. We can live with that. Nonetheless, he's been really solid. He's only been beat by Alex Michelsen, and Michelsen's beat everyone. Looked really good against Xiang. Xiang's been sick. The Bas Ferretti game, I don't know, it's arguably, I'm not going to say arguably, it's probably the weakest group out of the two, innit? As far as performances as well, like Xiang hasn't been there. No, I don't know. Maybe it's not fair to say it's the weakest group. Bas Ferretti was a favourite to win that. And he took that first set as well, didn't he? It was a tiebreak in the first, and then he lost the tiebreak in the second, and then lost the third and fourth, 4-2, 4-2. Very, very solid from Van Asch, 86, call it 87% on the first serve, and then 50 on the second. Barely faced a break point in every game. He faced 3 against Bas Ferretti, but he saved 2 of them. Saved 2 for 4 against Xiang, and then 1 for 3 against Alex Michelsen. What do you want me to say about Fonseca? He is, there's no doubt about it, this kid's been the most impressive all week. Like, I've been more impressed with him than anyone else, and I'll hold my hands up and say I didn't really give him a chance at the start. I'm not going to say I writ him off because, I don't really write any of them off, but I did not expect him to be playing anything like this, anywhere like this. He smoked everyone. And he had a tough one against Mensik today as well. He had a really tough one, but he prevailed in the end. A lot of tie breaks in that. Pretty much with the old tie breaks, they were tie breaking every set. Tough game. Like, that was just going over 2 hours. That I don't think that's gonna, like, court time probably. Well, I'd say probably it shouldn't matter too much. These are very young. These are all 20 and under. They've only played 3 games, so I don't want to hear nothing about fatigue. He's been just as good. Like, statistically, he's been just as consistent, if not a little bit better. Well, I'd say better than Luka Van Ash, numbers-wise. I've watched all his games as well, and he's been so good. Like, no one's, like, apart from the Mensik game, I thought maybe with it being a dead rubber, we could afford to lose that one, so maybe the intensity weren't where it would be if it was, if he was something on the line. But the games that he's won, which has been all of them, but the Lerner TN game and even the Artifice game, he looked unreal. He looked so fucking good. Luka Van Ash, he's failed in this spot before. We've seen him get this far and fail. That, I'm not saying that's going to be the deciding factor, but it most definitely plays a part. How's he going to take to that mentally? I don't know. And especially if, like, Fonseca just starts whipping him and takes the first set, is it going to be a bit of a slightly larger hole to get yourself out of? I'd imagine so. Like I said, I can't see. I think Fonseca's destined for the final, yeah. If he was to win the title, however he was to win it, would I be surprised? In hindsight, yeah, like, I'd have said you were fucking insane if you'd said you'd get this far. But fair play to him. All you can do is prove me wrong. 3 for 3 now. Took out Artifice, took out Jakob Mensik. They were the top 2 seeds coming into this tournament as well. And then obviously the game against Lerner TN where he just bageled them in the first 2. Slapped him round like a bitch. Hasn't looked like coming close to losing a game. I think he's got more than enough to beat Luka Van Ash. And that wraps us up for the semis. I don't know whether to make this official or not, but I think it is as easy as it looks. Alex Michelsen, Joao Fonseca on the double. You can get it on 365 at around 2.2. Yeah, 2.2. So that's up to you. Consider it a floater double, not an official, because, like I said, it's 2 favourites in it. Although these 2 favourites are plus money, it may be hard for me not to have a go on that. I won't lie to you. So, you know what to do. Get involved. Don't be shy. Share with the group. Get all your picks in, all your knowledge, all your wisdom, all that shite. I appreciate it. Anyone's got anything for the NFL or the basketball or the hockey or the footy or fucking whatever, get on me and that. Let me know about it. Right then, I'll be saying good night to you folks. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it as always. Like and subscribe. Take it easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Let's go get some cash. Enjoy the tennis. And I'll see you tomorrow.